Hey, you. Yeah, you. Wake up. The morning show is starting.
Drink Aid, ready for distribution worldwide.
So I just realized something. My microphone was turned off, and I was just talking into nothing. So, the What You Missed segment was basically a Saints player tested positive for COVID-19. Oklahoma lost back-to-back games after they lost to Iowa State. The SMU student section was ejected. And former Major League Baseball pitcher Charles Hager committed suicide days after murdering his ex-girlfriend. So I've never had that problem before. Okay, now here is what we're going to talk about. I apologize, everybody. I know you're kind of wondering, well, what is this guy doing? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I Show must go on, right? Okay. I will get into an epic Greg Williams rants, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about this guy before. If you haven't heard who he is, I'll update you and tell you what's going on. Also, COVID-19 versus the NFL, and a great tweet from James A. Paxson of 12 on Sports. Also, the next mic rank for college football. Is it Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama? Who's the best team in college football? We're kind of down 1 to 10. NFL Week 4 pick'em, of course, the games that are being played, hopefully. And the NBA Finals so far. With that, let's get started right now. Again, I apologize for that early on. So, it's interesting I have to start with this because usually on Tuesday nights on my show, which airs Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live on 12 on Sports, Zingo TV channel 761. What I'll do is I'll do a Tuesday night, Thursday night football preview. I started that segment this year. I like it. I do a poll on Twitter, see who you guys think is going to win. Most of us, I believe, did pick the Broncos to beat the Jets, and we were correct in that. They won, I believe, 37-28, something like that. I actually told myself to update the score that's actually going by right now, but I believe that was the final score, 37-28. So, after the game, you'll notice that the Broncos players did not shake hands or give their salutations and goodbyes to the Jets players. And if you do not know, the Jets defense is coached by Greg Williams. Greg Williams is the same defensive coordinator who was the mastermind of Bounty Gate for the New Orleans Saints. Remember that? So, yeah. So, I've always said on this show that he should have been banned from the NFL after that. Okay, so, you have this this thing where people like to say, well, we'll forgive and forget. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, do I want to watch a football game where literally the sole intent of the opposing team is not to win the game with a ball, but they have other desires and intents to hurt people and even end their careers, and they get paid extra money for doing so. I'm just curious, what sport is that? Because I'd like to watch it. I would love to watch that sport. That is completely unforgivable, okay? The guy did not cheat on his wife. The guy did not go and murder somebody for that matter. But this is sports. And sports, sometimes you cannot be forgiven. He also did not miss a late shot in the NBA Finals. No, what he did was literally develop a plan for his players to target other teams' players in ways that would injure them in bad ways. Of course, injuring him, but he had like bounties on these people. They call it Bountygate. Ever since he's been with the Jets, it's funny because they're still trash, right? Ever since he's been with the Jets, I've noticed they've had a little mean streak in them despite being a poor football team. This year, they are pathetic again. They lost to Brett Rippon. He's like the third-string quarterback for the Denver Broncos, and they lost to him. Not saying that guy could not be good. But your Bountygate mastermind is so intelligent at calling defense. Everybody says, oh, Heath a great defensive mind. Why? Can somebody tell me his resume besides Bountygate? Besides that physical defense? No, that's not physical. That's idiotic. That's retarded, okay? I cannot believe it when people defend this man on national television. Sports media, I used to want to be a part of them. Now I'm just happy I'm with 12 on sports, by the way. I want to know the reasoning behind people in sports media. Do they care about calling people out and holding them responsible for certain actions? What he did in New Orleans was unforgivable. But this guy had his defense get 6 late hit penalties against the Denver Broncos, and you still lost. In other words, what he's doing not only does not work, but it's just stupid. It's pointless. I challenge you NFL fans to hold the NFL accountable. What do I mean by that? What kind of voice do we as fans have? I'm not saying don't watch the football games. I'm saying use your platform on Twitter and Facebook like I do. Usually the NFL reacts to certain stuff. The NFL is a league that's not proactive, they're reactive, which means they will literally wait until social media creates a firestorm and then they'll punish somebody. So I want you guys and myself to call out Greg Williams for his bull jive and crap. It is unfair to opposing players. And I'm a Sam Darnold fan. I don't even know who Brett Rippon is. I just know that I've heard his name, and I know that he broke some Mountain West Conference quarterback records. Whoop-de-doo. Greg Williams is a punk, and he's a nobody. He is relevant because the NFL lets him be relevant, and that is sad. Again, it's like baseball players like using steroids and sign stealing, and supposedly that's not cheating. So you're going to tell me your whole life, as a kid, you're growing up, doing pee-wee, high school, minor leagues, college, pros, and you do all this just to have a bounty on somebody? What game do you love? Again, somebody show me a sport. Somebody show me a sport where there is a ball being used to score points and the sole objective is to not just make it tough, but make it impossible because you hurt the other person. I just want to make sure there's a sport out there where you injure your opponent and that's how you get a win, because I haven't heard of it before. And Greg Williams seems to be stunned and seems to be convinced that that's a sport. And I think it's absolutely ludicrous and sad. I don't know what else adjectives to describe it with. He's a tough coach. Why is he that way? Because of Bountygate? Are we going to praise this man for literally trying to attempt to injure someone else who has a family? It's a game. You're paid millions, I understand that. But in the end, is that all you care about in life, is to hurt somebody else? This is not a sport for you. It can be physical all it wants to. But the NFL has a problem. And allowing Greg Williams to coach in their league is one of the biggest that they have. It's not kneeling for the national anthem. Their viewership is just fine. They have a problem with allowing punks and idiots to coach their football teams. The fact that Vic Fangio would not let the Denver Broncos go shake hands means the Denver Broncos feel the exact same way I do. They are pissed. His guy, Vic Fangio, the head coach of the Broncos, could not have had a happy football team that just beat the Jets. They wanted to kill the Jets for what they were doing to their team. And it's sad. Well, good morning, everybody, right? The morning show is presented by Drinkade, by the way. Drinkade gets you through what you just slept off, okay? Wake up in the morning. I know there's a lot of... Okay, so I work for a retail store, right? And what we do, we sell a lot of, we're starting to sell more protein shakes, more, juice, they Reign, spelled Reign, and some new Coca-Cola energy drink. They've got Coke Energy, all these new energy stuff, but all you need is Drinkade. That's the best part. Drinkade's your thing. It comes in berry and cherry limeade. Try it out, man. Drinkade. Also, our topics is always presented by mybookie.ag. That's mybookie.ag. Remember that we got sports back pretty much every day now. If you want to support the 12 Sports team, there's an easy way to get in on the action. 12 Sports is going to hook you up with a crazy deal when you sign up and make your first deposit on the mybookie.ag. When you make that first deposit, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000 when you punch in the promo code 12 Sports. That's promo code 12OZ All caps, no spaces when signing up on mybookie.ag. Get your first deposit matched up to $1,000. Remember, always play responsibly. Woohoo! I love reading ads. I've told you guys that before. I think it's fun. We got supporters. Well, that's great. COVID-19 versus the NFL. Here's the part where I shout out James Paxson of the 12 Sports team. At Paxson Jimmy _ Jimmy. That's PAXSON _ JIMMIE. Also host of James and the Agent on 12 Sports. He said the NFL's plan of just they won't get COVID, trust me, didn't work at all. What does James mean? I told you guys in the botched first segment called What You Missed, I said that the Saints player, an unnamed Saints player at this point, has COVID-19. The team is in Detroit playing the Lions. So that game could also be postponed. Now, Cam Newton of the Patriots also tested positive. He's the only Patriots player to do so. And the Patriots-Chiefs games might still be played tomorrow night, on Monday nights. And, of course, Tennessee Titans have the worst of it all. 8 players and 8 personnel have been infected. This virus spreads like a wildfire. No offense to California, that's not a joke. So, couple of things to take away from this. It's kind of sad, actually. I'm not going to get political. I never do on this show, but I want to let you guys know something on why I don't. A couple of days ago, we had this thing called the presidential debate where Joe Biden took on Donald J. Trump. And, of course, Trump's the president, and Biden's trying to run for the Democrats, right? So Trump, one of his arguing points, and people do not like this, was, I brought back football. Well, guess what? A couple of days later, we got 3 teams infected, and the president is in the hospital with coronavirus. I mean, stop making this thing political. It'd be one thing if only the United States was affected. Everywhere in the world has been affected. Some places worse than the United States. Stop doing this. Stop trying to act like this virus, just because you don't want to wear a mask, like it doesn't exist. Stop that. And then people in the retail store I work at, you got to make a living, right? They say like, I don't need to wear a mask, or they call it election infection, which I thought was that's a funny statement. But stop acting like it's political, guys. You want it to be over with, wear a mask, social distance, and don't be partying last night despite me pushing Drinkade on you. I'm just saying, stop doing it and we'll be fine. Everybody thought Republicans it's for the election, trying to start it. Stop blaming people and stop making it political, okay? As for the NFL, postpone the season. I'm serious about that. Now, later, one of the next parts of my show, the long part of the Sunday morning show, is me literally talking to you, telling you, predicting NFL games, okay? This is how I make my money, right? This is how I'm over here trying to make a new living, trying to be an armchair sports analyst, right? Well, the NFL needs to postpone its season. It's not worth it. NBA and NHL are the only ones that have played this correctly. I get the NFL and MLB has more players, but who cares? Stop this traveling. Stop this bull crap. It's obvious that people in the NFL cannot control themselves. Like, we got a few Daniel Houses in the NFL, if you catch my drift, Rockets fans. It's sad. If I'm the NFL, I postpone the season. They won't. Their whole plan was, as Paxton said, they won't get COVID, trust me. They basically released a statement a few months ago saying, we'll take it as it comes and we'll evaluate as we need to. Well, guess what? 3 teams are infected. You guys are idiots, and Greg Williams is still a defensive coordinator. Okay, let's get college football. I'm tired of getting angry on the show. Let's talk some more, right? Let's get some good stuff here. Pac-12 is back November the 7th. That's fantastic. Here's my new mic rink for college football. Notice a few changes from last week. Number 1 is Clemson still. Listen, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and Dabo Swinney. What more can I say? Clemson just beat, I want to say, Virginia. They beat the Virginia Cavaliers. Number 2, and very close number 2, is Alabama Crimson Tide. Mac Jones isn't great, but he has an incredible wide receiving core. Like, did y'all see Devontae Smith's catch versus Texas A&M? He contorted his body to get the 1 foot down. It was almost like Odell Beckham. It was an incredible catch. Jalen Waddle is a beast in terms of speed, and Najee Harris, his vision is just insane, and they might be the best back in the country. Number 3, but the only reason Clemson is above Alabama, I like Trevor Lawrence more than I like Mac Jones. Number 3, Georgia. They killed and butchered and cut open, which would be butchered, Auburn, but you get the visual picture here, right? The visual aid. The defense is really good, and Stetson Bennett is a decent quarterback. I was watching that game, and he's high. You know what I'm saying? He's high. He'd be okay. But Georgia's, it's like number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Number 4, Ohio State. Justin Fields, baby, is what you need to know about that. The guy Kirby Smart passed for Jake Fromm. Justin Fields, I told you guys was better, but nobody listened to me. Florida, speaking of good quarterbacks, Florida's got Kyle Trask, who's got 10 touchdowns through 2 games. Their defense is so suspect. Like, they're getting in shootouts. Why? Stop doing that. Number 6, Notre Dame, and they're always in the top 10. I don't know why, but they are. So here they are. Number 7, Oklahoma State. Chuba Hubbard is that dude, but they're not going to make the playoff. I mean, it's Oklahoma State. They're not going to get in. The Big 12's chance was Oklahoma and Texas, and guess what? They both lost yesterday. Good riddance. I love Sam Young, though, and I'll get. And Oklahoma's quarterback, Spencer Rattler, is trash. For now, I mean, he has a great potential. I've told you guys what I think about potential. It's stupid. If a guy's good, I get it. But if he sucks, don't tell me, he might be good one day. Fantastic. North Carolina, of course, Mac Brown has that team playing well. They almost beat Clemson last year, and they're going to have a tough ACC schedule. But hey, they're here in the top 8 right now, and they'll take that from me, right? Number 9, Miami. They play Clemson this weekend and actually have a chance. Well, next weekend, they play Clemson. That could be fun. Number 10, Oregon. The Pac-12 begins on November the 7th, which is stupid. Another question, here's a serious question here. Would it count if Big Ten or Pac-12 win the championship? They started a month and 2 months late. I feel like they're going to be fresher. So if Ohio State wins, I guess if Ohio State wins it, that's okay. But if you see Oregon sneak into the college football playoff and they make some noise, what? There's a reason why they got in, but I don't know. That's a topic for another day. I don't have time to do all that. 7:21 a.m. Eastern Time. When we come back, we will do college. NFL Week 4 games. I'll be right back, guys. First, a word from my bookie and weight loss, which I need some of. Be right back, guys. We've got sports back again pretty much every day now, and if you want to support the 12 Sports team, like myself, there's an easy way to get in on the action. 12 Sports is going to hook you up with a crazy deal when you sign up and make your first deposit on mybookie.ag. When you make that first deposit on mybookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000 when you punch in the promo code 12 Sports. That's 12 OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, when signing up on mybookie.ag to get your first deposit matched up to $1,000. Remember to always play responsibly. All right, where were we, baby? Okay, so NFL Week 4. Good Lord, that's annoying, right? NFL Week 4, pick 'em. Let's get it on. So, got a few games here. Let's see. We're going to do, make sure I'm good on this. There's a few rainy games, by the way, too, so keep that in mind with your over-under stuff. We'll do the first group right here. Okay. Let's do the show on the red. On the red. Make sure I'm still online. I hate this. Okay, I'm good. All right. The 1-2 Jacksonville Jaguars will take on the 0-2-1 Bengals. 64% believe the Bengals will win. The Bengals are actually 2.5-point favorites in this game. There might be some rain in Cincinnati. Actually, there will be rain in Cincinnati. It features Gardner Minshew II, a.k.a. Cashew, my guy, versus Joe Burrow. DJ Chark, I believe, will play in this game. Joe Mixon is questionable, though he should suit up. Cincinnati, 26. Jacksonville, 21. The 2-1 Browns will take on the 1-2 Cowboys. 85% of you believe the Cowboys will win, and the Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites with an over-under of 56. This game features two dynamic offenses, well, allegedly. Nick Chubb has 292 rushing yards already this season with 4 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott, 219 yards with 3 touchdowns. Dak Prescott is leading the league in passing yards at 1,188. And this is a home game for Dallas. But there's a lot of games like this week where they come off of a road game, a home game, a road game, and now a home game. It's technically still a road game because you're still traveling, although it's your home stadium, but who cares? I believe Dallas will win this game 34-28. The 3-0 Seahawks at the 1-2 Miami Dolphins, 97% believe the Seahawks will win. They're 5.5-point favorites. Miami, this is their 3rd road game in 4 weeks. That's tough. They don't even have a home game yet except for like week 2. And Seattle allows 439 passing yards per game. Sheesh. Russell Wilson, though, is made up for with 14 touchdowns in just 3 games and 925 yards. I believe Seattle will win 31-20. The Houston Texans are 0-3. They host the 0-3 Vikings in the battle of who wants to lose more this year. Kidding. That was on Thursday night, so we get this game now. These teams are actually not bad, both of them. 76% believe the Texans will win. That's probably the Deshaun Watson effect. They're 3.5-point favorites over the Vikings. I believe the Vikings will win 27-23. And do me a favor, a new segment I'm making here right now is called Mike's Promises. It's kind of like Chuck's Guarantees or Colin Coward, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. I'm ready for it. Take the under. The over-under is 53.5, right? I believe the Vikings defense and the Texans defense is both decent, and both teams are not good versus the run, which might slow the game down. I believe the Vikings will win 27-23, but smash the under for me, all right? Do your boy a favor. I'm an amateur guy at this, so don't take it to the bank, but if it's right, bragging rights. 2-1 Cardinals, 1-2 Panthers in Carolina. 90% believe the Cardinals will win, and Cardinals only favored by 3. DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk will play today. There you go. And I believe Arizona, despite being 3-point favorites, will win 28-17 over the no Christian McCaffrey Panthers. Okay, another Mike's promise here. Arizona will win by more than 3. That is a given. Last week, Carolina beat a rookie. Well, they were supposed to lose, but they beat Justin Herbert. Who gives a snot? Also, Keenan Allen went off, so I would expect a big day for Hopkins and or Christian Kirk, or both. But Cardinals should win 2017. They will win more than 3. In another 1 p.m. game, this is another rainy game. The 2-1 Buccaneers, the 1-2 Chargers. 93% believe the Buccaneers will win. They're 7-point favorites. Both Leonard Fournette and Chris Godwin are ruled out. I believe this will be a nasty game. Tampa Bay wins 23-10 in one of the lowest scoring games of the week. And finally, for this slate of the action, Ravens are 98% favorites according to you guys. They're 2-1 against the 1-2 Washington football team. The Ravens are 14-point favorites and an over-under of 45.5, which means Redskins. Woo, did I say that out loud? Which means the football team might score 10 points. So, Chase Young is ruled out with a groin injury. He's not LeBron James. Baltimore wins it 31-14. When I come back, we'll pick Giants, Rams, Bills, Raiders, Colts, Bears, my Colts, and Nick Foles' Bears. Oh. Eagles, Niners, Packers, Falcons, and we'll talk Saints, Lions, and Patriots, Chiefs if that happens. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. And also NBA Finals stuff coming up as well.
James A. Paxton here, weekly blog writer and host of The Media's Input, and this is 12 Ounce Sports.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Fantastic. It's all this money, and that's it? We're okay with that? No. Baloney. I'm going to tell you what I think should happen.
The one, the only king on the ice himself, Philly Pete, and we are live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 7.
We talk about this every single week. Every single week somebody else is up for the doc.
Everyone to Talking Miners. We're getting new at this thing. Great start to the show, everybody. I'm going to give you all 30 seconds to make sure you get your popcorn and your soda can.
Welcome in live to the 12 Ounce Sports Studio.
World Hockey Report live comes here on 12 Ounce Sports. Cody Jansen with you, joined with Cam
It's
Jansen.
the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper, and I got the Anglers, the primetime Anglers on 12 Ounce Sports.
Smarter by watching the Captain Lou Extravaganza live every Tuesday night at 8 on the 12 Ounce Sports Network.
For the marching exercise, you want to sit down in the center front of your chair, bring your feet shoulder width apart, and form a 90-degree angle with your knees. From here, you're going to lift one foot and raise the opposite arm, just as you march in place in your chair. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight and you breathe into it, and also maintain good posture with a straight back.
Welcome back to Good Morning with Mike Sid at First. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis, here on 12 Ounce Sports. We've got sports back pretty much every day now, guys. And if you want to support the 12 Ounce Sports team, like myself, there's an easy way to get in on the action. 12 Ounce Sports is going to hook you up with a crazy deal when you sign up and make your first deposit on mybookie.ag. That's mybookie.ag. When you make that first deposit on mybookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000 only when you punch in the promo code 12 on Sports. That's promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, when signing up on mybookie.ag. To get your first deposit matched up to $1,000, remember to always play responsibly. Hey! Who's ready to talk some more football? God, I hope this thing is played today, but hey, we'll see. Right? Okay. Giants and Rams. I feel so sorry for Daniel Jones. His team's averaging like 56 rushing yards per game. And Devontae Freeman was nowhere to be found last week, so congratulations, Devontae Freeman, you stinker. 0-3 Giants, the 2-1 Rams. 98% believe the Rams will win. Rams are 13-point favorites. This is a 4 o'clock game, the first of the 4 o'clock games. This is 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Rams will win 34-20. That's about it for that. 3-0 Bills against the 2-1 Raiders. 74% believe the Bills will win. They are 3.5-point favorites, and this game's at 4:25 in 98-degree Las Vegas. Holy smokes. Get it, smoke? It's hot? Okay. 34-27 Buffalo. MVP Josh Allen. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. It's time for my game of the week. It's my Colts game. The 2-1 Colts against the 3-0 Bears. 58% believe Nick Foles. The Bears will win. Although my Colts are 3-point favorites. This game will be disgusting, by the way. 46 degrees and rain in the afternoon. Oh my God. I believe Indianapolis wins 21-17. I've said it on the podcast. I'll say it before. I'll say it again. Nick Foles is not the answer to Chicago's quarterback problem. Stop that. Maybe neither is Trubisky, but goodness gracious, can we stop acting like one good half of football for Nick Foles against a team that didn't expect him to come in is good. I'm sorry, it's not. But again, this game will be ugly, 21-17. Colts will get it done. How are the primetime games tonight? Sunday Night Football. 2-1 49ers and the 0-2-1 Eagles. This game could have been so much better, but Carson Wentz decided to have a hangover. He's not drinking the drink cave this year, okay? I'm sorry. I believe San Francisco, who are 7.5-point favorites, will win 33-24 with Nick Mullins as their quarterback. Yes, I said that correctly. Our final scheduled game, or actually game that will probably be played, 3-0 Packers against the 0-3 Falcons on Monday Night Football with Steve Levy. 95% believe the Packers will win. Packers are 6.5-point favorites in a 56.5 over-under. I believe Green Bay wins it 31-27. Let's get into our other new segment called If the Game is Played. The Titans and Steelers is already postponed. I believe the Steelers would have won that game, but who cares now? The 1-2 Saints and the 1-2 Lions are scheduled to play today at 1 o'clock. 91% believe the Saints will win. There's no over-under for this game or spread or nothing. If the game is played, New Orleans will beat a surprising Detroit Lions team 27-24. And Patriots Chiefs, I don't even have a score on that one. All I know is that Patriots will get smashed because Brian Hoyer's the quarterback. Do with that information what you will. But yeah. So that's it. We'll get into a show recap coming up next. And then some NBA Finals talk. LeBron James is 2 wins away from his 4th NBA ring. We'll talk all the stuff of that in just a little bit. I'll be right back after a quick word from Drinkade one more time.
Drinkade, ready for distribution worldwide.
This is your show recap presented by 12ouncesportsnetwork.com/Amazon. It costs you nothing to use that website on your browser or mobile device and then go to Amazon like you normally do. The difference is it gets people like me, these guys at 12 Ounce Sports, a little bit of money. I cannot wait for Amazon to start paying us more than what they do. But hey, I'm excited for the future of 12 Ounce Sports. I know you guys are too. Tuning in this show, thank you. If you watched it live, it is 7:37 a.m. Eastern Time here in Georgia. It is cold outside, and I'm so happy. If you're watching on the replay, whenever and wherever you may be, thank you so much. That's where the majority of my viewers come to this point in time. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my cold, dead heart. Okay, your show recap. Gotta do this again. Okay, so Greg Williams is a punk. I think he should have been banned, but it's fine for now. But use your voices as fans and go on Twitter and Facebook and make the NFL react to it. James A. Paxton of James and the Agent on 12 Ounce Sports says, the NFL's plan of just they won't get COVID, trust me, didn't work at all. I agree. Of course, Titans have 16 people infected. Cam Newton's infected as an unnamed Saints player. Stop making COVID-19 political, by the way. Also, our college football mic rink is Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Florida, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, North Carolina, Miami, and Oregon, who starts our season on November the 7th, which is stupid. And would it count if the Big 10 or Pac-12 win? I'm just asking. Here are my picks for the week. Bengals over the Jaguars. Cowboys over the Browns. Seahawks over the Dolphins. Vikings to beat the Texans 27-23. And one of my Mike's promises of the week, take the under in that Vikings-Texans game. Cardinals, Panthers, I believe Arizona wins it. Another Mike's promise, Arizona will win by more than 3. Buccaneers will beat the Chargers in the rain. Ravens will beat the Washington football team. Rams will beat the Giants. Bills will beat the Raiders. San Francisco 49ers will beat the Eagles with Nick Mullins under the quarterback. Sorry for Carson Wentz. And on Monday Night Football, Green Bay will beat the Falcons 31-27. If the game is played, Saints will beat the Lions 27-24. Chiefs will beat the Patriots and smoke them easily. That could be tomorrow or Tuesday if that game is played. And I believe Steelers would have beaten the Titans, but who cares now, right? Oh, and Colts will beat the Bears 21-17. Okay, here we are. NBA Finals talk here on Good Morning with Mike at first. Again, thank you so much for watching this edition here on Zingo TV channel 761 and 12 on Sports. When you go to Zingo TV, by the way, promo code 12 ounces, promo code 120Z in all caps. And that's a free website. Just let them know that you came here from us because they are really good. I love that little app, man. You can watch it on your laptop or desktop, but you can also watch it on your phone like I do. It's really cool stuff on there. A bunch of amateur basketball, a bunch of stuff from around the world like hotel talk. It's really cool stuff. They have a cigar television for crying out loud. If you're into getting your lungs black, I'm kidding. But yeah, great stuff there on Zingo TV channel 761. Promo code 12 ounce, promo code 120Z. NBA Finals is 2-0. Lakers have looked good. I don't want to as a Miami Heat fan, I don't want to hear any "Bam on a ball you and Goran Dragic are out." We get it. That's great. Excuse me. We were not winning this finals anyways. I've said it for a while now. We have come at least a year early. We need another scorer. Sorry to Jimmy Butler. I'm just saying. He has been aggressive in spurts, but not great. I just believe LeBron James and the Lakers have locked in. AD has been good. I believe the Finals MVP so far has been LeBron James. AD can, cut all he wants to the basket. LeBron James is what's making it go right now. Although AD, of course, I wouldn't be mad if he won Finals MVP. I think it would be great if he won Finals MVP because I don't think LeBron cares about getting his third Finals MVP with 3 different teams. He just wants his 4th ring. That would be great for him. A lot of great players have not gotten a Finals MVP in a championship run. Why not LeBron? I don't know if I would agree with it, but again, I would be happy. As a Heat fan, I'm generally rooting for LeBron more. I just said that out loud because I feel like LeBron deserves this more than we do. I love Eric Spoelstra. I love Pat Riley. Love Mickey Arison. We've done a great job. But Lakers deserve this more. They're doing it for Kobe. They were inspired. The Black Mamba jerseys are insane. Nike did a good job with those things. Lakers inspired by wearing them. The players cannot wait to get out of the bubble. LeBron James literally tweeted out last night. Let me see what time this was because this was hysterical. LeBron James, about 9 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, yesterday, he said, "Why am I up?" With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 exclamation points, 5 emojis, and 5 black people going like this emojis. I'm sorry. I had to. It's been a great show. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Again, it's been really fantastic, actually. I love the support I've been getting. Up to 73 followers on MKADHD on Twitter. Like Mike said at first on Facebook, I've just been updating that more so. Might put some cool little stuff in there. I don't really use the YouTube page too much, so I feel kind of bad. I am going to release some more music in the future. But I kind of took a break from it right now, but I'm still on the grind with that as well. Thanks so much for watching and listening. This has been a proud presentation of Drinkade, MyBookie, Zingo TV, 12 on Sports, and everybody involved. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know I will. I'm off today, finally. And hopefully the NFL is not postponed. Let's see if we got any stuff we can get to, like trending. I don't believe so. Okay, cool. Great news, everybody. 11 minutes ago, the reported positive test on a Saints player was returned and came back negative per source. The Saints-Lions game is on. So, again, I believe the Saints will win that game 27-24. That could be kind of fun. I cannot wait. All right, guys. I genuinely mean this. Have a really great day. See you guys next time. This has been Good Morning with Mike. Sip it first.